Good evening, happy Wednesday, and welcome to today's episode of Bronco Nation Live. I'm your host, Jordan, live from Salt Lake City, Utah. Joining me is my favorite colleague, one of my favorite colleagues, I should say, is Laura, live from studio in Detroit, Michigan. Laura, how's it going tonight?
It is going very well. How are you, Jordan?
I am great.
Good.
We're happy to be into summer. The weather is warming up. It is a great time to be outside. We see a ton of you in the chat already. For all of those who are returning viewers, Casey, Ali Dubois, Melissa Clark, hello, Mandogus, Michael Cooper, Ragnar Khan, Chris Byrne, Michael Nice, Dirk Connor, all of our regulars, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. And if you're tuning in for the very first time, we want to extend a very special welcome to you, and thank you so much for joining us on this fine Wednesday. If you don't know, we do these Bronco Nation live streams every other Wednesday, meaning tonight, and then another one will happen in 2 weeks on June 28th as well. So you can expect these to come out every 2 weeks throughout the course of the year. And if you missed this, you can always watch it back live on YouTube, or you can watch it on any of our available podcast streaming platforms, which is brand new. So Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, or wherever you listen to your podcast, you can now listen to each and every Bronco Nation live episode right there as well. So whether you're in the car, on a plane, or just don't want to watch it on YouTube, we have a place for you to listen to any and all episodes of Bronco Nation Live. Well, we've got a lot to get to tonight, tons of things to cover. It is going to be a very, very exciting summer and has already kicked off in an incredible way. So first, we want to reflect on our latest event, which was the Bronco Nation Takeover Day at Bronco Off-Roadeo, New Hampshire last week, where we met many of you, familiar faces and new faces as well. So Laura, I will start off with you. Where were we last week? What do we do? For those who don't know, what is this Bronco Nation Takeover Day?
So, Bronco Nation Takeover Day, we've done two. This was our second one that we've done so far. We're going to do two more, and those are happening at off-rodeo locations across the U.S. So, the first one we did was in Texas, so Off-Rodeo, Texas, and then we just went over to New Hampshire, and we did an Off-Rodeo Takeover Day there as well, too. So, if you're familiar with Off-Rodeo, that's where you go to enjoy learning more about your vehicle. So it's an epic adventure. Owners of Broncos and sports are able to go, and you have a token that is available when you buy your vehicle. So if you haven't used it yet, go to offrodeo.com and you can check out the locations. BroncoOffRodeo.com. You can check out the locations. You can check out all sorts of the details about it, get the FAQs, sign up to go. So we highly recommend that every Bronco and sport owner goes to it. That is available to all 2023 Bronco sport owners can go. All 21 through 23 Bronco owners can go, and then 21 through 22 First Edition and Badlands Sport owners are able to go, and then Raptor as well too. So if you have a Raptor, a delivered Raptor, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But we were over at New Hampshire, a beautiful location there. It's on the Gunstock Ski Resort in Guilford, and we met up with I think about 15 Bronco owners, Jordan, and their families and members. Yeah. So we had a takeover day, which is what we are calling for our Bronco Nation members. So it's a complete set of members who are there with you. So people that you may recognize their names from the forums. You may have chatted with them online. You may have been at meetups with them. And we were all together, and we had a great time getting behind the wheel of Broncos and sports and heading out on the trails. The trail guides will take you out in one of Bronco Off-Rodeo's vehicles. So you're not using your own Bronco on the trail. You get to have a driver's training Bronco or sport in a way, and you're able to go out there and learn about all your goat modes and your 4 high, 4 low, trail control, all those exciting things that are in your vehicle. And it's great for all levels of off-roaders, whether you've never left the pavement before or if you've been out on House Revenge in Moab and you're used to level 4, level 5 trails. It'll be something where you're learning a lot about the vehicle, and we know that there's a lot of tech in these vehicles and there are a lot of buttons to push. So it's a good place to attend for whatever level you are. So we met up there, and then we had a meetup afterwards. We hung out together. We made s'mores by the campfire, and we had an excellent time with you guys. It's really fun getting to know you in person, because again, it was a lot of people that we had recognized your forum names. We didn't have anybody that we had been at an event with before, but definitely
Yeah.
recognized you guys from online. Recognized your Broncos in town, so we were stopping to get coffee, and we saw a couple of Broncos go by. And it's fun to be like, oh, I know whose Bronco that is, just randomly in a different state. So that was this past weekend, and we've got another one coming up. But anything else I missed in New Hampshire, Jordan, that you want to mention?
Yeah, we see a couple of you guys that we met there in the chat, Mandogus and Michael Cooper. Is great to meet both of you there. It's so cool to see people online and then put names to the faces, or faces to the names, I should say. For those of you who don't know, Bronco Nation is all about building community, bringing people together, whether you're off-roading or not. And so that's kind of our favorite aspect of this whole Bronco Nation thing, is to see people online and then also connect with them in person, no matter what it is, whether we're off-roading, sitting in a parking lot, making s'mores by the campfire. It's just super cool to be able to hang out and meet like-minded people and do some really cool things too, which is what we're all about here. So if you haven't had the chance to go to Off-Rodeo, certainly encourage it. Melissa and Brian, who I see in the chat here, who are part of the Bronco Nation team, are also guides at Off-Rodeo Moab, and they will be with us on our next takeover day, August 5th in Moab, which we're super, super excited about. Moab is one of our favorite places. I'll actually be there next week for a sport event, so I will report back on that. But yeah, we're going to be hanging out there in August. If there's still spots remaining, you can come. Remember, you can now return to Off-Rodeo. If you've already been, you can come back and do it again for a fee. I think the fee is like $2,000, which is a little steep, but you can still come back and do it if you'd like. But we'll probably be doing a meetup afterwards. So even if you aren't participating in Off-Rodeo, either for our Moab day or for our Nevada day later this fall, you can still come out and hang with us in the evening. Again, the more the merrier. So super fun, great time. And New Hampshire is beautiful. We do apologize. Well, we don't apologize because it's not our fault for the weather. It was kind of a bummer. So I know not as many people came out as anticipated, but nonetheless, New Hampshire is super cool in the weather this time of year. Despite the rain, was really nice. And
We got to wear some really beautiful ponchos.
So we did. We looked like plastic bags.
They matched your Bronco, so
drifting through the wind.
It is always an adventure.
Always an adventure for sure. But yeah, we're really looking forward to the next one in August. But yeah, if you haven't gone off-rodeo, do that. Speaking of off-rodeo, I would like to talk about Raptor Off-Rodeo, which was announced last week. It has been highly anticipated. A lot of people have been waiting and wondering about Raptor Off-Rodeo, and it is finally almost here. The grand opening is a month from today. July 14th is the very first day Raptor Off-Rodeo is open to the public. So you can go online and make your reservation for Raptor Off-Rodeo. You see the webpage there. It's also linked all over our site. The requirements to attend Raptor Off-Rodeo is you do have to have taken delivery of your Raptor. So whereas regular Bronco and Bronco Sport, you can have an order, reservation, and attend, you do have to have taken delivery of your Raptor to attend. But the course is sick. I'm going to be there in 2 weeks to preview the entire thing and report back, give you guys a bunch of content. But I was there and got a sneak preview this past week as well, and it is super cool. If you've been to Off-Rodeo in Nevada, you've seen the facilities and you know they're great, but they have built an entire new custom facility with a driver's lounge, with an exclusive Raptor area, an exclusive mercantile shop, adorned with all sorts of Raptor decorations and parts. It's extremely bespoke and built just for the Raptor experience, so we know that you guys are going to love it. The Raptor Off-Rodeo team has put together an amazing... I need to find new words. The Raptor Off-Rodeo team has put together... I don't know. What am I trying to say? It's unique,
really cool.
Bespoke. It's amazing. Yes.
Custom.
I keep saying those words. Custom. Thank you. Custom experience for those Raptor owners, and I can't wait to hear what you all think when you're able to go. So if you have made a reservation, you do own a Raptor, leave us a comment in the chat. Let us know what day you're going. I already know a couple people that are going to be there on July 14th, and seen a couple other people make reservations for later in the summer. But yeah, I can't wait to hear what you all think, and I can't wait to experience it myself. There's going to be high-speed stuff. There's going to be rock crawling, just all the things that really show off the Raptor's capabilities and what an incredible vehicle it is. You'll be able to experience in a vehicle that is not your own. So you can test it, see what you like, see what you don't like, see where your limits are, and then either do it or not do it in your own vehicle, which is really, really cool, and something great that Off-Rodeo does is allows you to build your confidence, build those skills, and possibly scratch or ding vehicles that aren't your own. So not that you should, but It's nice. It's very nice. Laura, are you excited for Raptor Off-Rodeo? I'm sure you'll get out there at some point.
I am, except for, I'm not a high speed kind of
That's
girly. So, and I think I read in the FAQs you have to wear a helmet, and that kind of runs into my claustrophobia. But that's why I do not have a Raptor, and I have a Badlands, so I can go at my slower pace and be perfectly happy. So I'm sure I will love seeing everybody else having fun there, but you don't want to be the one Raptor holding up the line.
No.
Going under the speed limit, and that would be me. So it's better that I don't attend and I just watch.
Yeah. Melissa said, Calvin, where was it? There it is. He said, excited to learn how to properly use his Raptor. Sounds like a great time. Yeah, that's the nice thing is these vehicles are so capable, but you don't often want to push the limits because there's a lot of money on the line there. So being able to learn just how capable it is and learn all the features and tech built into it, all the engineering that's gone into it, on someone else's truck is really nice. So I think that's what a lot of you will enjoy. And Calvin, I can't wait to hear back about your experience and see what you think. Steve said went to Vegas in March for off-rodeo. It was an amazing place. Yes, the Vegas location is awesome. It's built onto the side of a mountain. I think almost 1,000 acres or over 1,000 acres of off-road trails that really show off the capability of the Bronco. Chris Burns said take lots of photos of the Raptor Off-Rodeo. Will do. Bring in all of our camera equipment, so we will be sure to bring back lots of content for you all. So even if you're not attending or don't have a Raptor, you'll still get as close of a experience as possible without going, because that's what we aim to do here. Melissa said, Brian's asking for a friend. If I use my Bronco Raptor token for Bronco Off-Rodeo, can I still go to Raptor Off-Rodeo? Yes. If you went to Off-Rodeo before the Raptors came out, obviously a lot of people didn't know, you can go again or go to Raptor Off-Rodeo. So again, you still have to have taken delivery, but if you went before, I don't think there's a ton of people in that situation, but there certainly are a few who used their Bronco token before they took delivery. Then they were offered a Raptor, purchased a Raptor. You are still eligible for Bronco Raptor Off-Rodeo. You're not disqualified, which is a really nice distinction there. So, yeah. If you have any other questions about Bronco Off-Rodeo, make sure to leave them in the chat. I don't know everything, but I will do the best to answer them as I can. There is a guest fee. It is substantially increased from the regular off-rodeo guest fee. It is $995 for your guest. So that's something to keep in mind. There is a higher price of entry if you do plan on bringing a friend, a spouse, a family member, something like that. Just keep that in mind because there's a little bit steeper price tag. So yeah. Laura, any other comments on that?
Guests need to be 18 years old to drive, but they can be 13 years old to be in the vehicle with you. So if you've got someone who is younger, 12 years. 12 years to be in the vehicle, 18 to drive.
Yep.
So it should be a good time. I know people are planning on bringing sons and daughters, and I'm sure they will love that. As long as they like speed.
Yeah. Another thing to keep in mind, if you pay a guest fee, you don't get a second vehicle. You have to share the vehicle with your guests. So if you bring one guest, if you bring 3 guests, you don't get, one vehicle per guest. So if you do want to let them drive, you will have to rotate the driving time amongst yourselves in your own vehicle. Or in their vehicle, sorry. You only get one vehicle per party, I should say, per owner. So if you do pay to bring a guest and they want to drive, you'll have to give up driving time on your own. Deal Me In for a 2024 said, so you're saying if I spend $97,000 for a Raptor, I can go to the second time? Yes, you can go to Raptor Off-Rodeo if you have taken delivery. So that's that. He said maybe $2,000 is not bad price after all. And I do believe the $2,000 returning owner price for Off-Rodeo includes a guest. Is that right, Laura?
Yes.
Yeah. It includes a guest, but obviously that doesn't apply to Raptor Off-Rodeo. Returning guests can't pay to go to Raptor Off-Rodeo, at least not now, from what I know. So Ragnar Kuhn said, sounds like my 8-year-old is getting platform shoes to magically become 12 years old. How do they verify age? Because it's not like 12-year-olds have IDs.
Birth certificates?
I'm not going to open that can of words. Yeah, we don't do age verification here. That's okay though. Speaking of other events that everyone can attend, is Overland Expo Pacific Northwest, which is our very next event that we're going to be at in just a couple weeks from now, 3 weeks from now. Is that right?
Yep, 3 tomorrow.
Laura, why don't you tell us a little bit about what people can expect at Overland Expo Pacific Northwest?
So this is our second time going back. It's in Oregon. and it is in a beautiful location. And the Overland Expo has, I think, 4 at least expos.
Yeah,
Is it
4.
5? 4? Okay.
East, West, Mountain West, and Pacific Northwest.
All right, sounds like head and shoulders, knees and toes.
It is.
So there are a plethora of these events across the nation, and we've been to several of them, and it's a great time to check out a lot of vendors that are obviously geared towards overlanding, motorcycles, people who love camping, who love outdoor adventure. It's a lot of lights, roof racks, mattresses, pretty much anything you need, cookware, coffee makers, like anything you need to enjoy overlanding comfortably in your vehicle, or if you're a motorcyclist and you have a little trailer or whatever you need to do. So it's a great way to just have all that information right there in front of you of all these different manufacturers who make things for that. But the other key component of Overland Expo is their education. So they've got recovery classes, they've got all sorts of different ways to talk about the hobby that we all have. So they've got a full schedule online. And so we love going to these because we get to set up a base camp. We get to check out the vendors, but at the same time, too, we get to hang out with you guys, too. So we do have a base camp at this one. We've got overlanding spots. We have a few of those left. And then we're trying something new this time, and that would be our glamping tents. So think bed frame, duvet, welcome rug. You're going to have a comfortable stay at this one. So
a mattress. You
and
get
mattress,
more than
yeah.
a bed frame and a duvet. You do get a mattress in between those two things.
So you have this large tent all to yourself.
225 square feet.
Yeah, it's like
it's like a hotel room. It's massive.
I want to see those in person. I will.
Queen bed.
Mm-hmm. Or 2 twins.
Or
if
2
you're,
twins.
With someone you don't want to sleep with.
Yep.
And so there are a few of those left. So if you go on, you put the link on Facebook, Instagram.
It's in the description.
In the description box. So you can check those ones out. So that'll be the Bronco Nation landing zone base camp. And from there, we're going to have times to hang out with each other. We're going to have a kickoff party. We've got a swag bag for you guys to welcome you in with. And we're going to do off-rodeo trail guided runs. So Melissa will be there. Melissa Clark, who is one of our staff members and then also an off-rodeo guide at Moab. And she and her husband, Brian, will be leading some of the trails that we are going to do. These are going to be light trails. We're not trying to do rock crawling out there. It will be things that you can do in a sport or in a Bronco. You're not going to walk away with massive trail damage or anything like that. I believe, there are a lot of pinstriping opportunities in the forests of Oregon, but we're going to avoid
I can personally
things.
Attest to that one. You're welcome.
When you took our brand new wrapped vehicle, it's got scars now. No, it's going to be places where you're going to feel comfortable getting in line with us, knowing you're going to have a good time, and not walking away with damage to your vehicle. Damage is always a possibility in anything. I was driving here today, and there was a washing machine in the middle of the expressway, and people are dodging things left and right, and there's debris flying up and whatever. So, we can't, there's no promises with anything. But as Melissa's saying in the chat, we will keep you
things within our control.
Yeah. Keep
Someone
you to
drops
a path
washing
where you
machine,
feel
not us.
comfortable, and you don't need to choose the routes yourself. We're going to have routes picked out for you. And so in between, when you're attending classes, if you're signed up for the education portion of Overland Expo West, we're going to have things available for you, whether it's going to be self-guided. There's an ORV park that's not far if you want to just dip out over there. Lots of options, so that way when you come to base camp, we have things for you to do. We've got an agenda, and it'll be a good time for you to be able to hang out with other Bronco owners, get a little bit of more experience behind the wheel off-road, whether that's going to be a scenic drive or just a light off-roading drive through the forest where it's like a dirt road almost.
Laura, did you mark the washing machine on the Sons of Smoky app?
I didn't. That's a good point. We'll get into that.
Should have done that.
I should have. I'll see if it's still there on the way home. And we are going to have that massive side of what we're going to be doing. Now, Jordan, you've got something else planned. You want to get into that portion of what else is happening from base camp?
Yeah, this Bronco Base Camp really is a culmination of everything we've done up into this date. We've been doing Bronco Base Camps for about a year and a half now and received a ton of feedback, good, bad, indifferent. And so we wanted to compile all that feedback and really make this the best base camp we've done yet, and hopefully continue that theme through the rest of our base camps through the future of Bronco Nation. So that's where the glamping tents came from. We kind of thought people, the tents we had were fine, but a lot of people either want to bring none of their own gear or bring all of their own gear. So that was the thought behind this, was you can show up with just your suitcase and a toothbrush and you were good to go. We have everything for you: pillows, blankets, chairs, side tables, rugs, lights, as Laura said. Maybe some turn down service, as Deal Me for 2024 said. Maybe have chocolates on the pillow. You never know. And a welcome rug. Ragnar Considy was sold from the welcome rug. So that was that. And then the other alternative that Laura mentioned is overlanding. So whether you're in a ground tent, a rooftop tent, a travel trailer, something like that, it really provides you the full range of options, whether you want to have your entire own setup or nothing at all. And so we want to kind of bridge that gap and provide, just make it more accessible for more people. So even if you just want to come hang out for a couple nights, and maybe you don't have all of your own camping equipment, because camping's a lot of work. You got to have a tent, you got to have a mattress pad if you want to be comfortable, sleeping bags, the right sleeping bag temperature. There's just a lot that goes into it. So those that want to do that, you can do that. We have a couple of things left, a couple of those spots left as well, which is really exciting. So you can go click the link in the description, as Laura said. But back to the experiences, we're going to be doing something for the very first time. We've mentioned it before, but we're going to be doing fly fishing, a fly fishing experience with part of our new ambassador program that we're going to be introducing here very soon. So this fly fishing will be led by a professional fly fishing guide. It's an introductory course. So if you are an expert fly fisherman, if you're a professional and you want, a professional guide, and you're going to go out to some of the most secret spots, this isn't going to be for you. You're still welcome to come, but this isn't going to be expert stuff. This is for people who have probably never touched a fly rod. Maybe you never stood in a creek and fly fish before. This is going to be the baseline to kind of get your feet wet, both literally and figuratively, and allow you to try something new that you may not otherwise try. So I got into fly fishing this spring, and it's been an incredible activity. I really enjoyed it. It's very relaxing, and so we want to extend that to you all as well. So it's going to be introductory. You're going to learn the basics. You're going to learn kind of the general gist of what fly fishing is and what it isn't, and then we're going to get you out there on the water and allow you to cast and hopefully, fingers crossed, catch a fish or two, which would be super cool to see some of you do that. So we're going to be offering that. Spaces are limited as well. It's going to be a small group because, of course, we want it to be the best experience it can be, and with something as specific and kind of technically involved as fly fishing is, we can't take 30 of you out there because it'll suck. So it is going to be a small group offered both Friday and Saturday. So you'll have to sign up for that. But it's going to be a great time. Lunch is included on all of our excursions, whether you're doing the Bronco trails or the fly fishing. Views are included as well. There's beautiful views everywhere in the Pacific Northwest. So yeah, we're really excited to offer this, and we hope to continue to offer recreational-like activities at our Bronco base camp. So if off-roading is not your thing, that's one thing we really want to focus on this year. Is Broncos are for everyone, and the kinds of people who own Broncos come from all different backgrounds and are interested in all different things. So you may not be interested in just off-roading, you may not be interested in just recreational activities, but it might fall somewhere down the middle. So we want to make sure that no matter what part of the community you're in, no matter what you're interested in, that you feel welcome here and are able to find something that piques your interest. So we're going to continue to offer recreational activities throughout the year, whether it's hiking, biking, rock climbing, fishing, photography, maybe even, who knows. But we want to make this a cool place for everybody to get involved and everyone to do something, hopefully, that they may not have done before. So that is my shtick on that. My spiel, as Laura said, you're going to get a swag bag when you check into base camp. I believe Chris Byrne asked what time the kickoff party is. It's at 7 on Thursday. So you come, we'll all be there, music, refreshments, stuff like that. So we know this Bronco base camp had a little bit higher of a price tag, but we hope to far exceed that price with the benefits and the opportunities we are offering here Lunch is included. Obviously, your camping's all included, and the excursions as well, in addition to some other free goodies. So that's that. That's that. Somebody asked, is tequila in the swag bag? No. As you can expect, drinking and driving do not go hand in hand. So we do not serve alcohol at any of our events. If you want to do that on your own, that's your own prerogative, but we're not liable, and we certainly don't serve that. So we're also going to have parts from a ton of our partners on display. We're going to have our Escapade there, Trail Racks, Heretic, 1552, Rome. We just got a brand new rooftop tent installed on the Green Bronco, which we're really excited to show off. We're going to have some content coming for you all on that in the next couple weeks, as well as the Iceland Bronco. The Iceland Bronco will also be there, as well as most of the Bronco Nation staff members. So Laura, myself, Brian, Melissa, and a couple others will be there too. So exciting. Somebody said, how do you say it? Mandagus? I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry. I can see learning to kayak being a thing. Yes, Laura, I'm sure would love to teach you.
I do love kayaking.
Laura's our resident kayaking expert. Yes. Butlers, no butlers, but Melissa will be there as your friendly camp host for sure. No complimentary toothbrush. Sorry. No, this is not the Four Seasons. We're the one season.
Sharing is
We're the
caring,
single season. No. We're not going to do that either. We're not spreading anything at Bronco Base Camp. For those of you who've asked about showers, there will be showers on site, not like right at base camp, but Overland Expo will have showers that you can, I think, pay a small fee to take showers in. So, yeah. Melissa has chocolate. Great. Thank you, Melissa. Melissa's on chocolate patrol. Chocolate duty. Dealman for 2024 says, does Raptor Off-Roadeo teach anti-roll techniques like Jordan used at Moab, feet on roof? I'm sure anti-roll techniques are probably encouraged and taught, because rolling over a Raptor would probably be even more expensive. But I will not be there to personally push your Bronco over with my feet. So if you do get that in scenario, that is not included in the experience. As much as I would love to, I cannot be at Off-Rodeo every day. Scott's just going to take me with you. Perfect. Scott, let me know the date and time. Although I ain't paying the guest fee, so I ain't got $995 to drop on that. But I'll watch from a distance. Always Doing Some said, sorry, did you mention there was a place to register for the activities already, or is that still to come? That is still to come. So you're going to get the full schedule of events, so you know when the welcome party is, when check-in is, all that fun stuff, when the activities are, the drives, that will be forthcoming, as well as the RSVP to sign up for the activities. So you will get all that information in your inbox very soon. Also, if you have reserved a glamping tent, we have two options for bedding. You can either get 2 singles or 1 queen. So if you have by default, everyone's going to get a queen. So if for some reason you want 2 double or 2 singles, coming with a friend or someone you're not comfortable sharing a bed with, which is totally understandable, just shoot us an email to info@thebronconation.com, and we will make sure that you can get 2 singles as opposed to. So yeah, that's that. Any other questions on any other thing I missed on PNW, Laura?
You do need tickets to PNW,
yes.
And there is a discount if you use the Bronco Nation link, which is in the events page on bronconation.com, and you go to events and you go to PNW. You will see the link in the description. So you just click where it says, I think, tickets, and that'll take you right to it using the link. And you'll save a little bit of money that way. So I think everybody who has their base camp registration already has their PNW tickets, but make sure that you get those as well too, and that way you have access to us.
Yes. Yeah, can't wait to see all of you. Again, there are still a handful of spots left. I think less than 10 total between overlanding and glamping. Again, overlanding, I think people had questions. It includes ground tent, rooftop tent, travel trailer, anything like that is, counts as overlanding. So if you have a ground tent, that would fall under overlanding. And you still get all the same perks of the swag bag, the trail drives, all that stuff.
Yes.
So there's that. But yes, just a handful of spots left. You can head to the link in the description after this to register. Next. What is next on our agenda?
Woodward Dream Cruise.
I cannot believe we are already talking about this.
So we go from
it's going to be here before you know it.
Yep, one side of the U.S. over to Michigan again, which has been hopping with activities lately.
Yep.
So they crossed the Mackinac Bridge this weekend, and then I think there's Drummond Island off-roading, and there is a lot to do in Michigan. not so much in the Detroit area. So when we go to the Woodward Dream Cruise, we do have a lot of special activities planned for you guys. And of course, there's Hollyoaks close by, fairly close by, which is perfect for off-roading. And then we've got a bunch of other activities planned, and we're going to keep some of those things secret for right now. But look for behind-the-scenes type information, things that people don't normally get to do. Like last year, we were able to go and have you come with us as we went to the Henry Ford Estate, and you were able to go get your picture right there under the portico and
Portico.
yes, the things that they don't typically do. We're able to finagle some special things. So look for a full schedule of those this week. Not this week. This Woodward.
Not this week.
We will have the Bronco Corral again. So that was so much fun. The last couple of years I've been able to be a part of it, where we have all generations of Broncos, and we've got, I think we had over 300 last year, as many as
Just
we can
under,
fit
like,
in that.
290 or 280 or something like that. But
So
a lot.
we have a dedicated section for Broncos off of Woodward, which is the main strip. If you're coming in from out of town or whatever, we've had people drive from Texas and crazy places. So it's the major road that the Dream Cruise happens on. It's a car cruise. I don't think I've said that yet. So if you don't know what the Woodward Dream Cruise is, we've got, thousands of cars and people descending into this area.
Freaking nuts.
Yeah, and really cool things to look at. So you're able to come park in the Bronco Corral if you sign up. We'll get that registration out in time. That won't be happening just yet, but in July. July we'll have it.
Ali said, how many days do we need to take off work? We're planning on having activities tentatively on the schedule right now is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So if you'd like to participate in everything, I would mentally plan on Thursday, Friday, Saturday is what we're looking at right now. So I think that's similar to last year. I think that was what we did last year, right?
Yes, I think we kicked off base camp on Thursday.
Yeah, we're not doing a base camp this year with like the tents and whatnot. We have talked and tossed around the idea of like a hotel block. So if there's a bunch of people coming in town, we want to do like a Bronco Nation hotel block so everybody can stay together at a hotel. We can certainly talk about that and find a hotel and, get a room block and a special rate for everybody. So if that's something people are interested in, let us know in the chat. Again, not promising anything, but it may be interesting and may be fun for everyone to hang out at the same hotel in kind of a central location. So at least though we're not doing a base camp, we can all still stay together. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, let us know. Shoot us an email, shoot us a DM, leave a chat message. But yeah, we're really excited about this year. It's going to be bigger and better than ever. And we're going to certainly going to try and break our record of Broncos in the Corral, and I don't have any doubt that we'll be able to do that. We're also, as Laura said, going to provide a lot of insider access to some experiences that most people do not get to do, things that I have never done, things that Laura has never done. So we're really working hard to provide some unique and hopefully once-in-a-lifetime experiences for those of you who choose to come and hang out with us at the Woodward Dream Cruise. So we couldn't be more excited. It's just a little over 2 months away, which is nuts. So that's that. Dates. Somebody asked dates. What are dates?
Towards the end of August. I'm seeing if I can pull it up right now. I think
look it up.
It's usually around the 21st or so. I'm going to our calendar and checking.
Last year, I came to the Woodward Dream Cruise directly from Iceland.
That's fun.
This year it is August 19th. Saturday, August 19th. So if you want to plan to attend everything, then I would plan August 17th, 18th, and 19th as Bronco Nation, Woodward Dream Cruise kind of stuff. So, yes. Yes. Fun
time.
Next, another event, which again, I can't believe we're talking about, but is a little 3 months away, a little less than 3 months away, is Bronco Super Celebration West in Buena Vista, Colorado. This will be our third or fourth year attending. I think our third year, I believe, attending. So this is going to be in Buena Vista, Colorado. We'll be back there, same location. We're working on having a Bronco base camp for that. There's trail rides. There's just going to be a ton of stuff to do as always, and we can't wait. So mark your calendars for those dates for sure. Mentally prepare. I think Ford Video guy's coming. I think he said Ali. Maybe we'll see Ali Dubois, possibly Chris Byrne. Chris, if you're going to make it out to Buena Vista, let us know. Melissa Clark will be there for sure. I will be there for sure. Laura will be there for sure, unless something happens in the interim to one of us.
That's a healthy list right there, signed up already. Or at least
Oh
noting
wait,
interest.
is that all? Is that all for Supercell West?
Yeah.
This year?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Jeez, y'all are planners.
So if you guys want to go to that, go to Bronco
Goodness.
Driver. They're the ones who put this on, broncodriver.com, and that's where you can get your tickets for that. But you can note your interest there on the calendar, of course.
Yeah.
It helps us plan for what we're going to do for you guys there.
And there was some confusion that Bronco Nation's covering entrance fees at Supercell West. That is not the case.
There was a old information that went up on a link.
Yeah.
So you guys should all be taking care of that, though. Everybody was that was worked out for everybody. So it will be a great time for you to come out and do some serious off-roading. There's a lot of trails that are just close by. There's some trails that are farther away, of varying levels. They usually do women's drives. There's going to be all Broncos drives. So whether you've got a sport or a Gen 1 or a 6 Gen, there'll be different categories of drives that you can do where you can participate with people of either the same generation, because we love Gen 1s. Obviously, everybody does. And they have a tendency to have a few more trail breakdowns than the 6 Gens just due to age. So some of those 6 Gen drives are fun because you can, as long as you've been maintaining your Bronco, you probably won't see quite as long on the trail due to needing to tow someone out or things like that. But it'll be a great time for you to be able to pick which ones you want to go to, get signed up with, people you don't know, people you do know, and kind of pick and choose from the menu of trails out there. Melissa led a ladies' drive last year that London and I went on to, and it's just fun to be able to hang out with like-minded people, and it'll be a good time to have out on the trails there. And it's a nice little town too. So
Buena Vista is super cool.
Yeah, so when you're not on the trails, the river's right there. Good little restaurants to check out, and we will be doing a base camp. So whether you're staying in a hotel or you're going to be with us on the field, it'll be fun.
It will be. Yes. Ford Video Guy said he's coming. Scott Wisen said he's coming, which is great. Allie said she's going to try and make it. Allie, you can fly, and I'm sure somebody can pick you up. Neftali Ortiz says, Laura, you look gorgeous.
Oh, well, thank you.
There you
thank
go.
My parents.
Happy Wednesday to all.
I was going to say something. I don't think we've had a Raptor yet. Was there a Raptor last year at Supercell West? So
no,
Scott
deliveries hadn't started.
Oh, okay. So that'll be cool. We'll have Raptors on the trail for the first time then this year. That'll be everybody then, because we had sports. I took a sport on the trails last 2 years ago.
I'm going to continue on the fly fishing thing, because apparently near Buena Vista is what they call the Dream Stream, which is one of the best fly fishing holes. This is going to be my personality trait for the next 6 months, just so everyone is aware. So just lock that in your brain. But so we're going to convert all of you. Jordan, I will be there. Yes, I will be there. I will be there hopefully. I don't know. You never know. But no, I'm planning on being there. So no, but Supercell West has been great every year. The first year we went, it snowed, which was exceptionally miserable. And then the past 2 years, the weather's been great. Although it's a little bit windy, but again, we're hoping to do a Bronco base camp there this year, right on the rodeo grounds, which will be super neat.
That was the theme for all the first year events. King of the Hammers for you, the first year. Supercell West.
Miserable weather?
First year, yeah.
Yeah.
I came in at the good time.
Yeah. So this year we're fingers crossed for good weather and no forest fires, because when we had forest fires and the whole place was like smoky and hazy, which obviously isn't fun to breathe or to drive in. But this last year's weather was great. It was really nice.
Really beautiful. So
I'm sure this will be the largest Supercell West to date. Each year it just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing, especially with all the 6 gens now. So we're really looking forward to it, and it'll be here before you know it. Lots going on this summer. Can't believe it's already mid-June. That really hurts my brain. But anyways, that's what it is. If you guys have any questions about any of those events or anything in general, leave them in the chat, as you know, and we'll do our best to answer them. Laura, anything else on Supercell West?
I think that covers it.
Okay.
It is a good time to off-road. Most people are just
is.
off-roading constantly at this event. So if you're not
Yeah.
into off-roading, I don't want to discourage you from coming because you may find that you absolutely love it. And I have not picked up trail damage there or anything like that. But when people are during the day, the field clears out and it's pretty much empty. So if you've been to Supercell East, you know that there's still people like lingering around just due to the volume. But at Supercell West, it's kind of like everybody hits the trails and you're gone all day. And then you come back for some fun all together. But
yeah,
it's definitely
it's
an
bright.
off-roading event. It is.
Scott asks, am I going to Katemsi in October? Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. But you never know. Next, hot topics.
Hot topics.
Are we moving on to hot topics?
Why not?
Okay. What?
I said, why not?
Why not? I have a hot topic. You guys know my obsession with EVs, and I bring it up every live stream. And today, you are not exempt from my delusion. But there's Bronco EV news. I teased about it before, and now we have something of substance. I don't know if we can pull it up on the screen, but 6G today, showed off a new patent Ford just filed for a EV Bronco rooftop situation, which basically it is a battery pack strapped to the roof, kind of like a rooftop tent, with an umbilical cord device coming out of it that then plugs into the charge port on the side of the Bronco. So this is absolutely the last thing I was anticipating when it came to Bronco EV developments. But here you go. It looks dorky, and batteries weigh. This is the funny thing to me, is the whole like shtick with EVs is that they're super like they drive really well and they handle really well because the battery sits so low and the battery's so heavy that the CG is extremely low, and so the vehicle corners like nothing else. So what they've done with this is take the heaviest part and move it as high up as humanly possible as the EV thing. So I don't know if this is just like to throw people off the scent or to just get a patent to get for the sake of getting a patent. But when I saw this, it literally sent me into low Earth orbit because like, why would you, I mean, people have trashed Bronco for like the static and dynamic load rating being so low that you can't even stick, you know, most rooftop tents under there, technically under those weight limits. So unless this is going to be like a 5 kilowatt hour battery pack, I don't see how this happens. But I think it's hilarious.
Well, Jordan asked why I didn't put that up on the website because I saw it a couple days ago.
It's great.
Those patents don't mean anything. Like I don't have the picture of the other one.
Tell me we have the other one.
I can send it to Jason right now and see.
You should. These patents are wild.
So there's this one where you can drive your Bronco standing up. So Jason, hold on one second. I'll put it in the chat.
We have to show you guys. It is the most silly, goofy thing I've ever
and there's
seen.
like ones for like bug nets where your doors are off. So I think these are all just like, you know, they're out there, but they're not gonna come to anything. I'm trying to see where I've got this here.
And people, Ford Video Guy said, I think it's just an extra battery pack. Totally get it, but like, why would you put that much weight on your roof?
Yeah.
Talk about rollover. Everyone's making. I see they're coming to me not being able to prevent the rollover, which I can't. I'm gonna have to go to like start going to the gym or something. But well,
and even one of the one of them back in the day was
this one. Oh Lord, have mercy.
Yeah, this one. Thanks for finding that so fast, Jason. Yeah, so you
can we zoom in on that? This is
there's another one down lower too. So they're saying when you're off-roading, it's hard to see the terrain. So sometimes you're leaning out the door. Sometimes they said kneeling or standing, which please don't do that. Don't be kneeling or standing. So you're able, and they said it's hard for you to reach the pedals or the steering wheel, obviously, if you're standing up in your Bronco out the roof. So this is why I don't count these as real news.
Oh my gosh. You know what it reminds me of? Like the beauty queens in the parade who like sit in the back of like the Mustang and wave, like, but you're driving. Like, there are certain people in the community that should not do that. Because
no, and so there's
roll.
You know, it may come of something. There was one out there once for the goat modes where they actually even had a cradle mode, which had like a low frequency movement to rock your babies to sleep. So like, I don't know how patents work, but basically I know that you try for anything and maybe something will stick down the way or whatever. But I don't know, maybe we'll see this. There has been
Anti-roll
hints of
technology.
EV or a hybrid sport coming.
Coming in 2024.
Correct. So, I mean, that's been
Yes.
a rumor since I think basically sport
Inception.
launched. But you know, we've seen spy shots of vehicles that look like they could be electrified out and about. You'll find those on Ford Authority quite often, and you never know. So I may eat my words, Jordan, and one day we may see these rooftop battery packs with the cords.
I hope we don't. I think it's a terrible idea.
Well, yeah, in this application.
Yeah, in this application, yeah.
Yeah, like Allie said, you won't be taking the roof off, and that's the fun of the Bronco. So
Maybe the battery is the roof. They're going to incorporate the cells into the hardtop instead of that foam that was like separating. It's just going to be a giant cell roof.
Yeah.
With solar panels on the top.
Yeah. So basically, go file a patent for anything your mind dreams up, and it may be on the Bronco one day.
You never know.
Yeah.
What was I going to talk? I was going to talk about something else.
Well, while you're thinking of that, like some other ones in the forums that are hot topics right now is that Bronco pickup keeps resurfacing, and it will forever and ever. Amen. So there was a news article on that one too, and people have been debating whether or not, they say right now that the reason why this is all speculation, but they say that the reason why Ford won't release a Bronco pickup is because it will eat into the Ranger market, which,
sense.
yeah. So, go join that conversation if you've got opinionated views on a Bronco pickup and what that may or may not look like. And then there's another fun one in the forums of the top colors that are most unique for Bronco. I am out of the running with my Oxford white, as much as I view it as a beautiful color. I don't think the world does as unique. It's fleet white.
What is your favorite Bronco color, Laura?
White. That's why I got it.
Oh, that's like your top. That's like your favorite. Oh.
Yeah, that's why I picked that one. That or shadow black, but I picked white because I know in Michigan you get pinstriping. But I did learn. I had to take my Bronco to get the paint and a couple things. I've got like some customer service recall on my CV boot, and my hard top still needs to be replaced, and blah 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 blah. So I went to the dealer yesterday, and I've got all these like corrosion flecks coming through the white paint, which they say is very common in white Broncos or white vehicles. So if you have that acid-based wheel cleaner, you just wipe it on, wipe it off. So I have not done that yet because I barely can wash a vehicle.
Do not get on paint.
Yeah, don't get on your hands either. But that's
Laura's toxic trait is she doesn't wash her cars.
No, I do now that you tell me I'm gross. But that was actually a helpful tip. So that coming through on your Oxford white. But other colors, I think they had, they had Cyber Orange. They had Area 51 is the most unique. And then some other ones in there. So it's all like you just asking me what the best or my favorite is. It's all subjective, and it's all.
Y'all add your favorite colors in the chat.
Yeah.
My previous favorite color was, what was it? Oh, it was Rapid Red, which is discontinued, RIP. And I really like Azure Gray. I really do. I wasn't a huge fan of Area 51 just because so many people have it. But I really like Azure Gray. I think it's just different enough. I like Eruption Green too, but I actually commented this in the thread that I wish it had cool undertones as opposed to like warm yellowy gold undertones. So that's my spiel there. Love Eruption Green, but I wish it had cooler undertones, or just a different shade, a darker non-metallic shade of green would be really cool. As well. I know what I was going to say. Speaking of, we were talking about Ranger for a second. Congrats to Brad and Byam Level, who just won in the Ranger Raptor in a race, a pretty famous race, I think, in Australia. I'm not familiar with the Australian off-road races, but they won first and might have set a new record in like the stock class in the Ranger Raptor, which was super cool. So congrats to them. Obviously, y'all know Brad Level is a Bronco race. Why can't I think of
driver?
Yeah, well, yes, but like need a little more substance. Just Bronco race driver. I Bronco.
He wins races
Yeah,
for Ford in the Bronco
4600
and
4600
other
class.
vehicles.
There it is. Australia's toughest off-road race with the Score International Baja 1000 class winning Ranger Raptor. There it is, right there. Pretty sick. So congrats to them. Down under.
Yes.
And then sport. I'm headed to the Sport Media Drive next week in Moab, and so I will ask about the Bronco Sport Hybrid rumors. See if I can get anything out of whatever sport team members might.
You do that. The order banks are opening soon. I think next month, I believe.
I will
Melissa
try.
will
I'll
have
see if
all
I can
the
get
details.
some nuggets of information for you guys. Evan McCausland said Eruption Green is the new Area 51. Everyone seems to have it. Yeah, I am seeing it increasing a lot. Jack Evans says Velocity Blue is his. Michael Cooper's is Cyber Orange and Azure Gray. Mandogas said, my opinion is Area 51 and Azure Gray are too similar. That's fair enough. That's a fair critique. Mm-hmm. But didn't Azure Gray did it replace Area 51?
No,
or it
they
added
still have
to?
both.
Okay. Ford Video Guy said can't talk about future products. You never know. You never know. I like that answer though because it's not a no.
Right.
Like it's essentially confirming it.
Yeah.
Because if it's not coming, you're just going to tell me no. But if you say you can't comment on future product, that infers it's a future product. You see what I did there? Reverse psychology. If you can't comment on a future product, that means it is a future product.
Or it could not be a future product. So it's a good blanket statement.
But then you could comment on it if it wasn't a future product. See what I'm saying?
I do. But they fit it all under that category there.
Yeah. Clickbait is clickbait.
But you can talk about future products in the forums.
Coming 2024.
And they talk about shelter green over there and some of those things. So the forums, if you haven't been a part of them. I decided
shelter green. Never mind, I didn't decide.
Just you wait till you see it live. Let's not make any judgment calls. Yeah, we'll see.
I think what I was really thrown off by is that Raptor build with like the shelter green, but with the red beadlock rings and the red graphics. Like that was just a disaster. So I need to see the color like, as is.
But someone else may have enjoyed that.
It is a disaster to me. That's fine. That's just my opinion.
No, I know. Yeah.
Just my opinion. Don't want to get
somebody liked it enough to put it out.
Sure, somebody at Ford, but that doesn't mean they're correct. Anyways.
Yeah.
Ford Video Guy said, no hybrid Bronco Sport. We need all the hybrid for the Maverick orders. I don't know. Seems like it would make sense to put it on Bronco Sport.
Maverick and Sport are in the same plant. Somebody remind me. Where's Maverick built?
I don't know. Sport's built in Mexico.
I know, and I thought something else was built there too.
Probably Maverick or Escape.
Tim will know. Tim can put it in there.
Tim will know. Hermosillo, Melissa said. Which would be
so the same place. Okay.
Yes. Everyone's saying yes. Both together. Great. Mandoga said, I think we need a dark purple color for the Bronco. That wouldn't be a bad idea. We're actually talking about purple Jeeps right before we got on here live, so you never know. It could come up. And then Chris Burns said, yeah, that was a weird combo. Christmas edition Raptor. Yeah, but like a brown, muddy, like Grinch Christmas color, you know? Like
it's
that wasn't like cheerful green Jolly Grant.
Yeah.
Dilmian for 2024 said, let's get a fashion minute by JP. I like this segment. Okay, JP's Fashion Minute. The shirt is 66 North, which is an Icelandic company. Pants are, I'm wearing joggers right now, and they are, what are they? Oh, shoot.
Check the tag.
No, what's that company? They make t-shirt blanks for us.
Comfort.
Not Comfort Color.
Gildan? We don't use Gildan.
No, it was that other one we used, like the really soft, thin one.
I don't know. We need London.
Oh, shoot.
Merch expert London.
But that's what they are. That company has like a regular, like just clothing line too, if you're not buying t-shirt blanks, and that's what these are. I'm looking it up.
I remember when I first started at Bronco Nation, there's this whole debate on what you can or cannot wear while you're off-roading.
Really?
Yeah, and like, you know, do you have to look like the outdoorsy part? Can you wear a button down? I say as long as you don't have like,
that's what it is.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They're Bella Canvas joggers, 66 North shirt, Apple Watch. That's it, guys. Socks are Puma from Costco.
Closed-toe shoes is a good idea.
JP's Fashion Minute. We'll see you in 2 weeks for the next edition.
Oh, wow. Look at this one.
What are we looking at?
A purple Bronco. It's like a blue. It's like a blue. It's like a prismatic.
It is.
Bronco.
Yeah, it's got a shift to it. No closed-toed shoes. I'm not. Oh, are we talking about what you should wear off-road?
Yeah.
Closed-toed shoes, no polos.
No polos.
You could wear a polo.
Why not? Yeah.
See, this is what I think, and people give me crap for this, but I don't care. I always wear white shoes, like always wear white sneakers off-road.
This is true.
And I get a comment at every event. White sneakers, black shirt, black shorts. That's my off-roading outfit. That's my standard issue.
Mm-hmm.
So you can wear anything. Just please don't wear nothing.
Yeah.
no
On
shoes,
that
no
note,
shirt, no service.
Thank you for joining us.
Are we done? Are we shutting it down? Is that it? Are we wrapping with fashion?
Well, it's about that time. And if we're talking
about
being
that time.
Birthday suits.
And okay, well,
It's a
on
big
that
deviation.
note, we are.
Here we go. We're getting shut down.
Yeah,
The
we're
end.
getting shut down.
Pull the cord.
If you haven't already, make sure you drop us a big like. It's that big thumbs up down at the bottom of your screen or on your phone. If you hit that, that really helps us out. Make sure you share this. We're going to challenge everybody to bring a new viewer, bring a guest next week or in 2 weeks to the Bronco Nation live stream. Bring someone who's never watched before. All are welcome here. Also, we have a new podcast email if you want us to talk about a subject, if you have a question, if you have something your mind is wondering about, you can email us and we'll talk about it here. Hopefully, if it's appropriate, you can email podcast@thebronconation.com. Again, that's podcast@thebronconation.com. And we'll add it to our list of topics to cover. If you want to listen to this back again, you can listen to it starting tomorrow morning on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you find your podcasts. And I think most of you are, but if you're not, go ahead and click that big red subscribe button. I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Anything else, Laura? Come visit us at our events. Oh, one more thing. We're going to be at Outdoor Adventure X, which is a outdoor show in Huntsville, Utah this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. We're going to be, Bronco Off-Rodeo Trail Guides are going to be offering recovery classes. I will be there. The Green Bronco will be there. The Escapade will be there. So if you are in the area, come out and check us out. It's at Snow Basin Resort up there. It's going to be an amazing weekend, and I would love to see you all if you're local. But sign up for Overland Expo East. Mark your calendars for the Woodward Dream Cruise, Super So West, and we will see you all June 28th on the next Bronco Nation live stream. Have a great week. Get outdoors and do something fun. Catch y'all later. Bye, guys.